Good afternoon, South Africa, and welcome to Wednesday. It's great to see all of you today. It's live on ABC3. My name's Daniel. The gorgeous body today. New hair, don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah.
And as you may well know, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the 5 affecting women in South Africa. We're joined by some experts and survivors who share their stories. On that note, head over to our media platforms where we're asking you how often you your symptoms. I know I'm really lazy and I'm bad at that. Once maybe a couple of times or never. And I don't know what to look for. Maybe you can share some of that as well with us. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using Facebook.
As we continue, the starts with meal prep can be the key to maintaining life. We show you need to put on the ultimate break
of the day. Means that roughly 6 women are being diagnosed in their lives with breast cancer. It's the most common cancer amongst women.
Indeed. So Project Flamingo, Liana Roodt, is an initiative to assist many of these women who have a long treatment, provide surgery, and out pamper packs to patients that help them with the times. Diana, welcome to our loft.
Thank you so much. It's lovely being here.
It's cool to see because a lot of my friends, when I came to varsity, all those that decided to do medicine, this incredible passion for serving people, and they always end up in the public and are just so blown away by the lack of and time and waiting that wait them.
Yes. I think unfortunately that is the reality what we're dealing with. Africa severely resource constraints.
Yeah.
But people with cards and still people that's willing to make plans.
And as harrowing as it is, devastating for the victim and for the whole family. And top of it, people have to think about medical bills. What's that going to cost them? And obviously you need a whole bunch of money to get the best care and to make sure you're getting expert treatment. But you saw that there was a lack of this in the public healthcare sector. Tell us about why you wanted to do this.
So about 7 years ago, I started dealing with a lot of new breast cancer patients, and surgery is very first in the treatment process of breast cancer. Not always, but very often. And I would ask the woman, okay, so when is your surgery scheduled for? At that point, I was still referring them as I was not a specialist myself. Tell me, doctor, in 3 months' time. I would just blow me away. I would,
Whoa.
3 months? Can it be?
Yeah.
So,
and a lot can change in the 3 months.
yes, I think two sides to that is, yes, it's great in terms of your cancer prognosis, but for me, on a level, even more important, walking around with a diagnosis for 12 weeks without anybody doing anything about it it's devastating for the patient's family. I mean, it's got such a effect. And it really just got to a point where I had to share my frustration with this situation with my friends and immediate family, and really they challenged me to come up with a solution, which in essence was more theatre time. We need to, and if we have to, we need to buy theatre time. And actually, with the help of generous, amazing people, we started raising funds and bought our first list to do what I call cat surgeries in order to reduce this waiting time.
Yeah.
And it's a public holiday in 2010.
What is the crisis? Where are we standing with this? How many catch-ups are you trying to do? Is it still a massive problem?
Yes, I think we are very cognizant of the problem in Cape Town. I think in the rest of the country the problem may even be bigger. So last year, for instance, we started this project at Tygerberg. So when we started this project at Tygerberg, the average time was from that to 3. Devastatingly long time. We published it yesterday. We did the analysis, and the average waiting time is about 34. So it's made a huge difference. But it's a lot of hard work, and it is absolutely dependent on volunteer, on funding.
Can you intricately describe what service is
basically, because of our function within the public healthcare sector mostly, a patient needs to be within the system so that we can offer complete. Breast cancer treatment is always a team sport. It's not just lots of other elements to it. So what we do is we take patients from these existing systems, in it's the Groote Schuur, and we say, what is the surgical waiting time? Where can we slot in these extra lists to try and reduce time? So at the moment, we're doing one list a month at work, if not two, and one list a month at Groote Schuur.
And it's free.
So free, yes, to a certain extent. We pay for the nurse, we pay for theatre consumables, all the surgeons, anaesthetists and pathologists pay their time and skill for free. Would be, and this becomes a little bit complicated, but in the 1-3 billing system, so you in essence build according to your income. It's minimal, and that cost still goes to the patient.
But still, you guys reduce that drastically, which is amazing.
So our cost at the moment, we've managed to reduce that to approximately 400 rand for us to pay for a surgery and that surgery done, which is nothing in comparison to the real cost.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Brilliant work she's doing. Coming up on the show still, we continue the conversation around breast cancer awareness with 2 inspiring stories. Plus, we look at some of the latest technology in safe and painless breast cancer screening. So stay right where you are. Back to Afternoon Express on this Wednesday afternoon. We're live on SABC3, interacting across all of our social media platforms as we focus on a very special topic on the show today. However, for us now to turn to a touch of fashion this very stylish Wednesday here on Afternoon Express. Last night, one of the biggest events in the country's fashion calendar went down in Johannesburg, South African Fashion Week, and we are one of the first to bring you a sneak peek of all the very best. It was a night filled with inspiring fashion and beauty of some of our country's most talented designers, but there was one collection that absolutely stole the show, and I happened to be wearing pieces from its runway debut. Warda Saal by SA capsule collection, the high summer drop having just launched from the runways straight to your very own closet. The collection is an exciting collaboration between Woolies and some of the country's fashion. What makes this collection particularly celebrating talent, with Woolworths ensuring among the sort of platform, resources and nurturing necessary to develop sustainable enterprises. How awesome! All paving the way for our country's burgeoning fashion. The style by SA all corners of the country, design most beloved, reflecting its importance and relevance to our collective style. Nomzamo Mbata and all in support of Woolworths and the Style by SA crew. This is literally all the photos. If you would like to get collection, it has just been made available in stores across the country. The collection Express's Facebook page for more information. African, proudly styled by S.
Enjoy the convenience of all easy jam.
Squeezy. It's road coat.
Now, summertime is synonymous with and enjoyment. In an urban jungle, have created the urban picnic.
Seeing as picnics are the best way to spend summer, all girls decided to a picnic. I got this. The truth is, there's South African got everything that you need. The car manages deep this fun panoramic way to experience almost a stone throw away. A picnic is everything. Tip: 70% of the work is done at home, 30% work at the picnic to make you look like a picnic. So our first dish is a chicken wing dish, which is really amazing because don't handle. The one thing is it's gonna get messy and sticky, especially with the one we're doing today. My next tip. Wait, for real, joking. Let's get started. Just like that into a bowl. Let's get some chili in there, but let's just go with one, even a whole chili. Chili just simply in the oven. So here we go. A little bit, maybe more than a little. So the next part is my all gold apricot jam, and the music is going to give like sweet. Here we go. Use cutlery. You don't want to be rocking these kind of picnic. It's easy to just like give it a good whisk. In a paper cup. But let's do this. Just like that. sticks a good amount. Make sure you get enough of that sauce on there. And then and in. It's done. Percent pastries, which are stuffed with camembert and in the whole entire year. And these amazing blue strawberry jam. Yeah, don't be sweet and sweet combination really works. It's also really cool. Walking on the light side of life, connoisseur also version, just like the. There we go. Now we're gonna need, right? So here's my sweet offering. Something very, very easy. Take your favorite cupcake without any icing on it. Get some icing sugar. Dusting. Make sure it doesn't go everywhere. You're out on cheese, so you can just wipe it down. Just like that. And then you get your gold squeezy jam. Mine. All you can do is give done. Squeezy. Picnic done. The cookie half. I'm pouring in, but before you get tasting, I've got questions.
All good.
So I've really enjoyed my day, but I don't know from you. What do you think the ideal place to be in?
Well, Carlton Rooftop is situated. It's surrounded by huge buildings. We kind of get the New York by beautiful city views along the mountain. The list is birthday parties, private functions, and yet again film shoots as well.
So I can't wait right now.
Well, Tim, I'm a cheese lover, so I would really look for that interesting, sweet story.
It is tangy. It's a combination of that cheese and that strawberry jam. Try that. I'm going to try that over here.
The sweet strawberry taste with that.
So you invite me back, right?
I think you can do our catering.
Well done.
Food and sunshine of our favorite. It's time now to get back into conversation as we continue to observe Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're joined now by Dr. Kyla Comins, who was working on researching tuberculosis when she was diagnosed with stage 2B breast cancer.
She received news at the age of 28, late last year, and she joins us to share her story. Welcome to the Loft.
Thanks, thank you for having me.
So let's finding out this news change the word that we've discovered cancer.
Or the perspective.
Yeah, you know, I must say, going I'm probably a detective because I suspected it maybe more than somebody else. You know, I was aware that at 28 that didn't make me immune, but I also kind of do all the other things that could play it for myself. Yeah. Hearing the diagnosis obviously just as difficult, but I suppose luckily I've been to cancer, I've treated lots of patients, I've made that diagnosis myself 100 times, you know. So I didn't see anything that was, you know, or a death sentence or anything like that. I had such a very spectrum being exposed, which I think is very privileged to have.
Absolutely. So you feel like you were prepared. You know what maybe feels like you don't have actually of an optimistic view of it. How do you to look at where they're at? It's been diagnosed, still going through.
Yeah, that's individualized, and cancer really has changed in the last so dramatically. For myself, what I learned in school was elite. So for me, in some ways, I was just as many other patients be going in. But really the thing is, cancer these days is completely individualized. No two cancers are the same, no cancers are the same. It's very individualized. And because of that, everybody's disease, the treatment process is very it's still great though to interact with other people who've been the same thing. There's a lot of support out there, blogs of informing other people, and people have reached out to me that way. Support groups, doctors and surgeons and oncologists, the nursing staff at the oncology units, everybody has information and experience. It really shouldn't be something that you have to do, because doing it alone makes it 100 times worse. And when you need to interact with people who've had positive outcomes, you realize that that is possible.
Yeah. Yes or a no, did you do a exam?
Yes, I did.
Good. And that's how you discovered something?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Sure.
Much, yeah. Those
Indeed.
self-examinations are really important. And I guess every woman gets nervous every time. Like, oh, I don't find anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Doctor or no doctor. Interesting information to find out. After the break, we meet Warda Saal, who was diagnosed with breast cancer last year and received treatment through Project Flamingo, which we learned about early on in the show. So don't forget to join the conversation on social media. We're asking you, how often do you check your breast symptoms? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag and express or comment on our Facebook page. We'll be right back. You're back with us on Afternoon Live on it. Thanks for all the interaction on our social media platforms. Hashtag Afternoon Express. We're reading on our Facebook page as well as on Twitter. We haven't yet taken on the Woolworth Starts With challenge. It is not. It's literally as easy as logging onto the Woolworth Facebook page. You go to that event that's called Starts With. It's up to you to make the start better and healthier version of yourself. So to help you with process, and we're going to be starting with we've decided to ask Clem to show us how he's been doing and to give some tips on how to pack a healthier lunch.
And the key thing is preparation. I know, like, when teachers irritate me, failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
Oh yes.
Now. Okay, great.
It makes sense once you've got into the it's just how to do that, because I didn't have a process in mind, it wouldn't be worth my while.
I know that it's a very demanding lifestyle, and so do I. I'm in the kitchen all day, and now I'm going to look after fighting. It means you need some fuel for your body. The problem is, if you're not preparing the night before, chances are you're going to end up getting something that's not really good for you, and it's kind of going to weigh you down. So a great lunch for me is these booster packs from Woolies, because it's packed full of grains and veggies and everything that you need, and the good proteins that you need to get throughout the day, and also obviously your protein, for the gains. For the gains. So another problem, which we all do it, bad snacking. Snacking is actually really good for you. Kind of like the whole
slow release of,
exactly.
Of nutrients.
But the problem is sweets. Sugar, and that's not good for you. So I've gone for these raw options right now, which are really great. And you're very good at this. You like your raw veggies.
Totally. I always bring that with or something.
So I'm going to give these.
Great. Done and dusted.
But honestly, the raw snack is great. Keep it going longer without that added sugar. Another thing is, I said, vegetables and fruit.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's candy.
And they're packed it nicely. So these containers are really cool. They actually fit in your car holder for your drinks. So they're really cool to have in there and just snack on while you're driving in traffic in the morning. All the time is to get the nutrition time.
Veggie-based yogurts.
What?
Sounds a bit weird.
Yeah.
So
really?
Absolutely.
No, honestly. Okay, cool.
Take it, try it, let me know. And like we spoke about those fizzy drinks and things that have extra sugar. Yeah. Fizzy drinks are the worst. So fresh juices are my absolute favorite right now.
Woolies makes them fresh.
So this is what my starts meal prepping after work. Yeah, going to the gym, with the
we're going to make sure we get those gains, right? That's exactly what we do. After we get those gains. So it's really cool to see these, because these are the things I'm saying that I bring to work. And I know you're lazy, you're like me. You don't want to necessarily go and make something and prepare something. So to go to know that Woolworths have got the stuff available for you ready in hand is really, really awesome. So make sure you guys go and check it out at Woolworths. Prepare your meals beforehand if you want to live a healthier and happier lifestyle. And by the way, if you guys wanted to know all of the details on how to get, obviously how to prep and how to get from other people, the Starts With Meal Prepping today is a journey that Kim is going on. And if you join the community, going to the Facebook page, you go to the event page and join the Start With events. Find it, it's called Start. It's as simple as that. And the first step to a healthier and happier you. So to get the link sent directly, know where to find it on the Facebook page. The keyword starts with 3365. What others have been saying on the group. Even see how clever and start with making that change today. Those SMSs are charged at R1.50. T's and C's apply. SMSs do not.
I believe that I'm in starts with the ICT industry dominated industry but I see with entering this industry, and they were joined by CBT of Solutions, 100% women-owned, founded, led, and managed leader in. Welcome to the Cindy. Lovely to have you with us. So some industries are notorious being known as and I see in a field that very much like that. How did the company come about?
Bonnie, the company was founded in 1999 by my partner, and later her, myself, Maggie Zibia. And we've been tagging along then. What we do is we're an IT professional services provider. We like design solutions, implement manage services as well. The areas of focus are from niche product solutions, like in the transport sector, where, for example, we do IT, which is to transport system, and as well as more wider solutions around enterprise solutions.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Who have been some of your clients?
Our clients, City of Cape Town, is one of our biggest clients, the BRT. We play a lot in the public sector, and as you can imagine in South Africa, being women, we've worked with MTN, we've worked with many corporate clients. Yes.
Yeah. You also play a huge role in the Top Women Award to Standard Bank. How was that a significant move as a company?
Look, ICT Works has been fortunate to have been awarded many accolades over the years, and two of them that we've checked is Standard Women Award, and we haven't been a recipient twice. We felt it important that we ourselves also support the initiative further, having been awarded. So yeah, it's one of those important things that we as ICT Works feel put the spotlight on.
Absolutely. Some of the other ways that you support the value of women empowerment and skills development? Look,
for us, it's from the beginning, education. We are sponsoring quite a few students.
Awesome.
When it comes to entering into the sector, we have, I believe, is a good internship program. Then we're big with our empowerment procurement, our procurement policy that we buy from other empowered companies, especially women empowered. CSI is a big thing for ICT Works. That's when we get to traverse different organizations and assist there.
Yeah. Well, congratulations and thank you so much for all your great work. Onwards.
Thank you so much for having us.
Some very inspiring stories at Afternoon Express today. So use the hashtag Afternoon Express. Join the conversation. You're as much as family. Loft with us today. Now, as a parent, obviously coping with food allergies in the family can be a very tricky task. And luckily, support that's promoting allergy awareness and providing families with much needed education. It's called Allergy Kids South Africa, and we caught up with the creator to learn more. Lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Don't you hate it when your friends or family tell you that they're intolerant and haven't tested? Well, there's real differences between allergies and intolerances, especially when it comes to dairy and lactose. What best is at the website where a 12-month daughter was diagnosed with an allergy to dairy. Today she shares more about those differences and how we can make a difference at home. What is the difference between an allergy and perhaps an intolerance?
An allergy is when your immune system sees something as a threat, and it set off a chain reaction of chemicals. Histamine causes the itchy eyes and the runny nose, and worst scenario is anaphylaxis. And intolerance is then when your gut cannot process and digest foods properly, and it's causing bloating, gas and diarrhea and symptoms like that. How do you go about clinically deciding or get diagnosed with an allergy or perhaps that intolerance? Unfortunately, you cannot actually test for an intolerance, but the best way to do it is to eliminate that. So if you suspect you're intolerant to gluten or lactose, is to actually exclude it from entirely. And you've got to give yourself 2 or 3 weeks for the body to get rid of what is in the system already, and then slowly introduce it. If you start getting your symptoms back, the cause. And for allergies, they're the blood and RAS tests, skin tests. Your daughter, you guys had to do over a long period of time, was allergic or perhaps even intolerant. How did you find that? Showing, did you know? 5 weeks prem, and she was a breastfed baby and so easy. But then within the first 5 weeks, she started becoming really nasally and blocked. So she suspected a cold, and continuously treated her sort of and all that kind of stuff. I was getting a little concerned because you keep putting 6-7-year-old baby, and I do come from a who does have allergies, so I suspected a dairy allergy, but at the time I didn't even think that I should exclude it out of my diet. The point we developed eczema, so I know what is going on, but I need someone to actually say yes, you're right. And he was amazing really early. Like, we just reduced her milk intake right for comfort purposes, more nutrition. For the dietitian, no, I didn't do that on. And then, yeah, we just sort of put her on that. And then obviously, sort of died down. And then, because they do prefer to test at 12 months old, and came back dairy allergic. immune deficiency. If you're dairy allergic, the cow's milk protein. Lactose is the sugar that is in milk. So intolerant, you're generally going to be allergic to lactose, and if you're allergic to the cow.
As a mother, then, what do you do? There's not information out there?
No, there was nothing. So our initial step was to cold turkey her onto the natural. Her soy allergy was back negative. We put the thing should be good, and she ended up with a rash for weeks. That's when I started doing my research, and I phoned the dietitian. What are the chances of her actually being into the soy? And she said often the allergies and intolerances can be linked, and within a day and a half, her nappy rash was gone. And so we did all the work and alternative products, but you know, there really wasn't a market at all. So I had to learn to bake, which is I'm not very good at. And it was just, you know, things like I would make yogurt for her. The worst part about a dairy allergy is that it is the easiest yogurt, cheese. You know, and most food to eat is chocolate, ice cream. It all contains dairy. So I had to make my own ice cream. I had to make my own chocolate. So that's the biggest sort of downside to having an allergy, is that the children often feel left out.
Now that your daughter's grown, I mean, she must start to understand the different elements of what she's allowed, she's not allowed to eat. And encourage people to read the labels. Do you encourage your daughter to do the same?
You know, at 3 they can't do food labels yet, but it's making them confident enough to actually ask the right questions. And the problem is that the products can be hidden and be called things. So knowing that there are different names and of those so that you can, you know, read the labels properly.
I imagine 7 years ago it was hard to find information, but nowadays there is a lot out there for parents to use.
Yes, definitely. I mean, especially for lactose intolerance, there's the clover milk, which is great tasting and it's been treated, so it's easily digestible. And milk, cooking and cooking and any house, you're not having to find alternative making to use it.
I won't lie, meeting another was an interesting circumstance, but it's so fantastic to have this type of information available and the one right now. And her daughter will be joining us in studio in just a few short weeks to take a show. She cooks us something delicious with clover nolac. Clover nolac is available in fresh and UHT versions. So clover nolac lactose-free milk is easy to digest, high in calcium and vitamin D, and has the way better TM taste of clover. Enjoy dairy again. Clover nolac, lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again.
Made love by Clover.
Right, let's continue our conversation now around breast cancer awareness as we're joined by Warda Saal from Cape Town, who was diagnosed in June last year after she found a lump on her breast. Now, early on in the show, we chatted to Dr. Liana Roodt, who founded Project Flamingo, and Warda is one of the lucky women to have received assistance from the project. Welcome to the Laugh, Warda. Lovely to have you with us.
Nice to be here.
So you were diagnosed in 2016. How did you immediately deal with it? Did you immediately let family and friends in, or is it something you went through alone for a while? What steps did you take?
Okay, I'm an extrovert. So when I discovered the lump in my breast, I told everybody about it.
Yeah.
And then I called my GP, and then he advised me to go for a mammogram, which I did. Went for the mammogram, and then the doctor that did that advised me to go for a biopsy because the lump in my breast wasn't a bubble, it was hard tissue. Needed to check that out.
So you found the lump?
Yes.
You were doing your regular checkups and you found it? Wow. Okay. Talk to me about Project Flamingo and how that works, because what I'm fascinated by is the medical system, especially in the spaces is one of the most expensive. I see some of these slips, they're really
Very
expensive
costly.
to get involved with. So how did something like Project Flamingo help? I mean, is the public and the private health system accessible to the daily person who finds a lump in the breast?
Yes, it is. I went to Groot Skeer. I had my 8 rounds of chemo. The chemo didn't work like the doctors had hoped it would work.
Oh.
And then Dr. Liana Roodt, was the oncologist on duty, advised me to have a double mastectomy because of my family history with cancer.
I see.
And then she said to me, she can do me like the mastectomy with the Project Flamingo. I had no idea what Project Flamingo was.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what other support programs were involved in the whole process with Project Flamingo?
The support that I got was my family and my
Yes.
colleagues at work and, my friends, basically, you know.
Yeah.
Project Flamingo was there in the sense that it happened very quickly.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't like a long waiting period. That was my worst worry. You know, you got to see
relief, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But being cancer-free is one of the exciting journeys at the end. It's almost a light at the end of the tunnel that everyone is hoping to get towards. So you've been through all the ranges of finding out, going through the whole process of treatment, having it fail, succeed, and now you've been given the good news. What is your advice and words to other women who are going through the process?
They shouldn't be scared. If you find a lump in your breast, go have a mammogram. It's not going to hurt you. I mean, I'm here. I can tell my tale.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's the attitude now. The more we hear from cancer survivors, they're just saying, hey, it's not the worst thing that could happen. It's not the end of the world.
No.
Just go through it. You'll be fine. And that's really great news.
At the beginning, it was just a lump in my breast.
Yeah.
So now I can tell you it was a lump in my breast. You know, it's removed, it's gone, cancer-free.
Absolutely.
So positive attitude, keep going through it. There is treatment out there. There are programs that can help. Research, get support, rally people around you. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you
Stunning.
so much for joining us today, Warda.
Yeah, indeed. So we've still got some cooking on the show to come after the break. So Clem is going to be sharing a delicious yogurty breakfast idea that goes in the freezer and it's got to do with biscuits. It's very interesting. Stay right where you are. A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. We're live on SABC3 and we promised you something delicious and decadent. the show. So put a spin on your breakfast this summer with these refreshing Good Morning frozen fruit tarts. They're packed full of delicious flavors, all and, well, obviously besides the fiber that you need as well. And they're quick and easy to make, which we know convenience is a big thing. So whether it's breakfast, on the go, or a sit-down brunch, these little tarts are sure to satisfy. Show us how to make them.
And they are convenient. They really are, because they live in your freezer. So there's nothing more that you have to do. Open door, grab,
and go.
Go. In your mouth, out.
Or just grab and go, and then later while you're driving in the traffic, don't drink and drive. No, don't eat and drive.
They haven't said that.
They haven't said that yet.
We're winning. Okay, so we use bacon honey biscuits today, and they're delicious because they're packed full of fiber and 4 cereal. And look at that.
It's amazing. So you're going to test like one pack and it's done for the day, which is
I'm
cool.
looking at you and I'm like, okay, cool, here we go. Another
one for
like
breakfast, one for lunch.
I mean, look at that. So you're winning, right?
Done.
Dan, snacking all day. You are a bit of a snack monster, aren't you?
Totally.
So I'm going to use some of these. I'm going to get them into, I'm crushing, which is my favorite part. Anytime I can make a mess, make a noise in the kitchen, I'm happy. So I'm going to use this bag. It's a little nice little... I know, eh? How good?
It's really good. And there's all fruit pieces in here too.
I like when I drive out with friends, and then they're like, open this one cubby old thing. I'm like, what's this? Yeah. And the other one looks on the side, and they're like, what's this? That? They're everywhere, all over my car.
And it's cool because this is peach and apricot. It almost tastes like those oats you have in the morning, just in a biscuit.
Exactly. Yum. So, in the bag, a beat.
Wop, 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 wop.
We are so good at this. Okay. Please let us know if we're good at this. I feel like we're good at this.
Afternoon Express, right?
Cool. Crushing it all up. Just like that. So we're doing little tarts, but I mean, you could easily make a big version of this.
I'm sure, like a dessert tart. I'd eat it for breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. And you ever got some melted coconut oil?
Yum.
Just a little bit, just like that. And
then just mix it all together.
Yeah, it's kind of like buying it all together. What's that?
This is honey.
Yeah, but that's a little bit.
Let's put a little dash. Say when. This looks good.
When. Cool. So what do? Close it up again. I'm talking everything convenient, right? So far we're not washing anything up.
Oh, yes.
Okay, a few other things.
Yeah.
And in the bag, push it all together, just like that, until it comes together like a little crumb like this.
Oh, I see, cool. Like the bottom of a cake crumb.
There we go. So little cake wrappers, I think are very cute. Look at the mini ones. A nice size, so you can have 3. Okay, you can have 3. So take a little bit of this, put it in the bottom of your wrapper. You're a rapper. You were very good at that, actually.
Did you see that rapper, beatbox?
Yeah.
Hashtag Afternoon Express.
We should start a band.
What we named yesterday, Cookies and Cream.
And you know what? People loved it. I think we needed it. I think it's a sign.
Good morning, Cookies and Cream with the best man. Yeah, what? Anyway,
cool.
Moving on.
Next. So we got the base in there. That's what we need. Next, go. Okay. 3 of my favorite summer berries. Blended them up. I've got some blueberries, some raspberries, and some strawberries. Let's use a strawberry because I've got the others right over here. We add a little bit of strawberry. Swirl it through.
There might be a step that you're wondering about. If you want all the details, by the way, it's really simple. Just SMS the keyword bakers to 33650 at a cost of R1.50. 3 SMSs don't, and you'll get all the details on your mobile device. So don't stress if you're missing any steps.
Cool. Crumble, crumble, crumble. Freezer. 3 hours later.
Can I have one?
You can have one.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have one.
So these pop into the freezer and they're really simple. They come out like this. Nice frozen ways to eat your breakfast in the morning. Packed full of that fiber. 4 different styles. Very easy packaging. Bakers have made it so easy with their Good Morning biscuits. So enjoy these. And if you want to get your hands on this mouth-watering Good Morning frozen tart recipe, like I said earlier, mention SMS that keyword bakers to 33650 at a cost of R1.50, and you'll receive a link to the recipe. You can also check it out on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za.
Discover new Bakers Good Morning Breakfast Biscuits, best baked by Bakers.
Now, one thing that most people are afraid of when it comes to any health screening is the thought of pain being involved. Technology is consistently evolving when it comes to cancer screening as well as treatment.
Now, we're joined now by Dr. Macguire from Medical Tactile, imaging, and they provide quick, painless screenings for women in a matter of minutes with new technology. Welcome to the loft.
Thanks so much. Just to let you know, I'm not a doctor. I would love to be one.
Yeah.
So what are the different modalities in which women get tested for breast cancer treatments?
Okay. Well, obviously the first thing is a doctor doing a clinical breast exam. The doctors know what they're looking for better than we do ourselves. Then there's the mammogram. As we all know, this is the gold standard in breast screening. And it's like a serious x-ray of your breasts when they're looking for abnormalities. You get tactile, apologies. You get thermal imaging, which is looking for changes in the heat. And then there is the sure touch, which is basically looking at the relative hardness of cancer, of the lump.
Okay.
Cancer itself is much harder, a lot harder than
just
the tissue itself.
Inflamed tissue or something.
And then, sorry, the diagnostic tool used together with mammograms normally is ultrasound, where sound waves are used to create the image of the lumps in your breast.
One of the misconceptions is that women only in their late 30s and 40s are likely to develop breast cancer, and it's changing rapidly. What are the statistics as they stand now?
Okay, well, the statistics were that 80% of women got cancer after 40. I don't have statistics today, but I can tell you that there are a lot more younger women getting breast cancer, some as young as being in the teens.
Yeah.
In their teens?
Yeah,
in their
exactly.
teens.
Yeah, and it's also people get rid of the idea that also men don't develop breast cancer. So I think it's also one of the misconceptions. Men aren't doing these diagnoses. So do you mind talking us through what we can do at home? How do we go about finding this out? How do we do self-examinations?
Okay, well, the self-breast exam, of course, is that you get to know your own breast very well. You want to find this lump that didn't belong before. Okay, what are we actually looking for? We're looking for a hard, defined mass. That's the most important thing, that you know what you're looking for. You get a lot of fibrous areas with knots that feel quite lumpy, and that's not what you're looking for, hard, defined mass. Okay, there's both a physical and a visual way of examining yourself. So let's first go about the physical. You're going to preferably lie down on the breast, but if you have a small breast, you can do it in the shower. You raise your arm above your head, flatten your breast as much as possible. You're going to use the flat, sensitive part of your breast, not squeezing or anything, moving it. There's various ways, in and out from the nipple, totally around, and that sort of thing. Squeezing behind the nipple, because that's pretty much where 80% of your breast cancer is, in your ductal area. Even between the breasts, very few people realize that you actually can get breast cancer there as well. The other thing is you have a lymphatic system in your breast, and unfortunately it means cancer moves that way. So most of the cancer is actually found in the upper outer region, and you can look at your lymph nodes under your arm, because a sore swelling, normally infection, but it is a sign of breast cancer.
How regularly should we do this?
You should do it once a month.
Once a month.
And not when you're having your period or the week before. It's actually when you ovulate, which is about the third week in your menstrual cycle.
Sure. Thank you very, very much. This has been very informative. I think it's important for all men and women to do these exams as often as they can, at least once a month for yourself. Just know, if you know, you can take action. If you don't know, you can't take action. You find this is where we get into trouble with being able to treat it.
And a very alarming piece of information now, teenagers need to do it as well. So, yeah.
Sure. So we're learning more about breast cancer on the show today. The conversation continues after the break.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. As you know, we've been discussing cancer in light of Breast Cancer Month. We've had some experts and some survivors in the loft sharing their experiences with us. And we've been reminded once again of the importance of self-examining your breasts.
Indeed. So what's striking is that on our Twitter poll, we've been asking you the question, how often do you check your breast for cancer or breast cancer symptoms? And the alarming answer that we got from all the votes, that 60% of you have never checked your breasts for those cancer symptoms. 24% says not often, and 17% are doing it once a month. So that 17%, good on you. And that 60% who have never checked your breasts, please, please, please check your breasts.
Wow. Do you check?
I've never before, actually, before. I never really thought it was a big thing.
Absolutely.
I've done it once or twice, but never monthly.
Yeah, no, it's a thing, and we all have to check.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a good evening.
Good night and happy eating. Bye.
Watch Winner Home Afternoon Express and follow three talented design duos as they transform 3 empty houses into fully decorated luxury homes, one of which you could win.
Hello, Mr. Bond. In the last challenge, you are quite last time to make a mark, last time to make an impression. I'm going to spy on Team House and Leisure.
But stay in your house. Don't miss Winner Home Fridays at 4 p.m. on Afternoon Express. The stage is yours.
Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Private property, a home for everyone.
Afternoon Express, with love by Clover.
Another good production.